business, and our workshop is One Stop Mechanical Repairs. We're called One Stop Mechanical Repairs because we kind of tackle a lot of different cars and a lot of different problems. We do anything from general maintenance, servicing, to mechanical repairs, electrical repairs, and sort of major overhauls. The vast majority of the cars that we get are passenger cars, just everyday cars that people use for their commute to and from work. Some recurring problems that we see are with modern diesel vehicles. They tend to clog up and build up carbon in the intake. If they're left untreated, these can impact on the performance of the cars. They can reduce the airflow going into the engine and cause the vehicle not only to lose economy, but also to lose power and in some cases misfire. It seems to be something that is not picked up often in servicing. Sometimes a car might go in for a service and get an oil change and a filter change, but they don't have an intake clean, they don't have an additive put into the fuel to clean the injectors, and over time they can lead to more significant issues. So this is what we use to clean intakes. We use it in conjunction with a normal service, and it helps keep the engine running smoother for longer. We find that a lot of people think that servicing is just changing oil and filter. In a modern vehicle, there's quite a few things that need to be checked and to be maintained. Really, an intake cleaner and an injector cleaner should be used in conjunction with regular maintenance. Prevention is better than the cure. It's always better to catch a problem in the early stages, otherwise it will lead to more costly repairs in the future. We started stocking JLM products about, I'd say, 3 years ago. Having been in the industry for several years, we've had the opportunity to trial various different products such as injector cleaners, DPF cleaners, and we find that the JLM products that we use are effective and they're also good value. These are my two favorite JLM products. The injector cleaner, either the petrol or the diesel, we find that it's necessary these days to keep the fuel system clean and to prevent blockages in the injectors. And then the air freshener, because when we're doing a service and we're changing a cabin filter, we like to add this just to give the extra wow factor to the customer when they pick up their car. So in my spare time, I like to be involved in motorsports, specifically time attack racing. And I've got a Mazda RX7 that I've been working on for a number of years. It's a Mazda RX7 1980 Series 1. It's got a 13B turbo engine out of a Series 5, and it's currently making 400 kilowatts at the wheels. Well, this car's actually had quite an interesting life. It started off with a rotary with a 13B. It was actually running on LPG at some point. When I got it, I actually converted it to electric as part of a university thesis that I was working on at the time. After a couple of years, I decided to get involved into time attack racing, and I went with the rotary purely because it's true to the make and model of the car, and also it sounds cool. I've been watching the sport for a number of years, and at some point I decided it's my turn to get in and be involved. When I entered time attack, I was very conscious that I wanted to have the whole experience and I wanted to be able to control as much of the development as I could, and I enjoy being able to work on all facets of the car. The car is competing in the club sprint class. It's the entry-level class into World Time Attack Challenge. I'd say the happiest time was when I first finished it. When I say finished, there was still a long way to go in the development of the car, but the first time I took it out on the track. The scariest moment was when I was in a test session leading up to 2018 World Time Attack Challenge, and I was driving around Eastern Creek, lost control on turn 1. I spun doing about 150 kilometers an hour, luckily off onto the grass. When I first did it, I thought, oh, something seriously gone wrong with the car, but luckily the car was still pretty good at the end of it, and there was only some minor repairs. I'm from an engineering background, and I decided some years ago to be involved in the family business. I thought to myself, what would I like to do if I had the choice to do anything? My answer would be to come to the workshop and work on my car, work on cars in general. I get to learn new things and to see all the new cars that come in and, being on the front line of that. But I also like the fact that the workshop ties into my biggest hobby, which is racing cars. Doing my hobby also goes hand in hand with promoting our business.